All right, hello everyone. Welcome back. Once again, I am Nicodemus Kane. Today is April the 18th, 2022. I missed the 14th and the 15th because, once again, it rained. Rained enough that we had some seepage in the basement. Again, we are doing everything we can now to get it to stop. Thankfully, this time it wasn't nearly as bad, and we are pretty much professionals at this. So we know how to get it dried out, and we know how to get it taken care of. But we are definitely getting a hold of people and getting ideas on how to fix it, how to get the water away from the house. Definitely the things that we have to do to just keep the water from coming in the basement. Because I can't keep waking up after a heavy rain overnight and finding out that, the carpet's wet yet again. So we're taking steps. We are definitely taking steps, and we are going to get this taken care of. We have to get this taken care of, to be perfectly honest, because if we want to continue living in this house, then we gotta do this. We gotta get this done. I mean, to be fair and honest, it's not like we can give the house up at this point. House prices are insane. The interest rate has gone way up from the rate that we had it, so we're going to have to keep it as much as possible. I can't believe it says it's going to snow. Are you kidding me? But I was just sitting here looking at the weather. But we're going to pray to the Father, and we're going to ask Him to help us get through this, just like everything else. It's raining right now, as a matter of fact. I didn't even know it was raining right now. Which means that we may or may not be getting water in the basement again. I don't know. It depends on how much rain we get. It all just depends on how much rain we get. So anyways, we're going to quit focusing on what's going on with us. And I'm going to keep these pop-ups from popping up on my computer screen. Today we are going to read Psalm 126. This is a song of degrees. This is 6 verses. Is that right? Yep. Yeah, we had Friday. We did our Passover Seder, our meal. We actually had lamb, which was good. It was really good. I'm starting to like lamb. Lamb is pretty good. Lamb is almost like a steak, except a little bit harder to chew. But we had lamb, and we had a salad with some bitter herbs. Bitter herb dressing. Holy smokes, we did. Something called hugel? Is that what it was? I cannot remember what it was called. Something that was made with eggs and some kind of... I don't know. I don't know what she made it from. It was not the best. I am sorry. It just was not the best. It was something new we were trying, and it was pretty bad. But then we had some potatoes and some corn, and we broke bread, did the whole thing, and I probably would have had some kind of something for us to say on Friday on the recording here. But again, I spent those 2 mornings just vacuuming. That's all I was doing. Vacuuming and getting the fans on the floor and just trying to get the water up. So that was Thursday and Friday. And all I can do is just pray that we can get this fixed. Cuz it's getting to be a little crazy. It's getting to be a little disheartening. Especially the fact that we have to keep up with it. If we want to live in this house, we have to keep up with it. So, if anyone out there feels the need to pray for us in this time, not only... No, I need to quit. I need to quit talking about my house. I need to quit talking about my problems. People have far worse problems than water in their basement. So let's read this. Psalm 126, a song of degrees. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord hath done great things for them. The Lord hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Lord, as the streams in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seed, will doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. Amen. Go forth and weepeth, bearing precious seed. I'm going to wind up looking this one up because it just seems like there's some kind of a meaning in the words that we don't understand. There's always a meaning in the words that we don't understand, but definitely going to see if we can find something. My laptop is taking forever. Don't ever shut down your devices. I saw something on YouTube, and that was exactly what it was. They were saying, don't ever shut down your devices. And I was like, you know what? I understand that. You just put them to sleep. Because as soon as you shut them down, it takes them forever to wake back up, to get back to where they were. Now, some people may say, "Oh no, that's not right. You can't. You need to go ahead and shut your machine down every night." And some people say that, some people don't. But man, every time I shut mine down and then come back to it a couple days later, it's fried. It's absolutely fried. All right, so just looking at the Strongs, it's actually what it says. So, okay, let's go back through this at the top. From the top. It's from the top. There we go. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Because we're probably wanting to dream of something better than being in captivity. Then was our mouth filled with laughter. Oh, wait. Turned again the captivity. So that means that it was there, and then he turned it back to where they were free. So we were like them to dream. It was like we were getting everything that we needed. There you go. It's early. I've had a long weekend. I have actually had a really long weekend. I've been working for most of the weekend. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord hath done great things for them. Because remember, at the end, the heathen, those people that choose not to believe, that have followed the lie, they will look at us, they will look at the people of God, and they will say, the Lord is doing great things for them. The Lord He's helping them in ways that He could never help us. And we could never have that because of that. That He is doing things for them that we could only even remotely fathom. I guess that's the best way to put it. I'm having a mental lapse. I'm trying to pull it back together. The Lord hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Then turn again our captivity, O Lord, as the streams in the south. Now turn again our captivity, O Lord, as the streams in the south. Makes me wonder about the streams in the south turning in the south country. From an unused root meaning to be parched. The south from its droughts. Turn again our captivity as the streams in the south. So it also could mean a part of Egypt. Sorry, I had a little cough going there. So turn away our captivity as the streams, as the way that it was in Egypt, possibly. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy, which we can only ask for, because there are so many people that are being hurt and, again, being manipulated, that we can only ask that they find some kind of joy, some kind of peace. He that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. Those that simply go forth, that simply go on with weeping, those that are out there hurting and crying and are being torn down and manipulated by the evils of this world, if they bear precious seed, the seed of, what's the best way to put this? The seed of the trees of life, the trees of hope, follows the allegory of throwing seeds out. Some seeds landed in good soil and sprouted good fruit. Other seeds landed on rocks and sprouted none, and or sprouted little. And then some seeds landed on nothing. I don't remember exactly what it is, and fell by the wayside. Those that go forth crying and hurting, the meek of this world, if you want to put it that way, that are bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bearing the sheaves with him. Those that plant the good seeds will come back with a good harvest. Sounds about right. Of course, we know, though, at the same time, the enemy is there, planting his seeds, planting his tares, and that we have to, when the time comes, we have to pull the sheaves and then burn the tares. Actually, I think they say to pull the tares first and burn them, and then pull the harvest, which I have kind of gone around this with a couple different people trying to find if anybody could understand the way that works. Because, people talk about a rapture. Hold on a second. I had to wipe my nose there. But everybody wants to talk about a rapture. And they want to talk about, someday all the good souls of the world will be lifted up so that they don't have to deal with this anymore. They don't have to deal with the tribulation, or they don't have to deal with, whatever's coming. And a lot of people will argue on that, the rapture is going to come before this, the rapture is going to come after this. I'm not trying to stay on either side, because I have yet to really see any good information on either side. Again, a lot of people will say one thing and a lot of people will say another thing. But the one thing that I think everybody misses, that I see, and I could always be wrong, I've said that a million times, is that I could be wrong about everything. But what I see is that when it is time for the harvest, we are told to pull the tares first and burn them. And then pull the wheat. Let's see if I can find this. Matthew 13:24. And I'm sure this is one of those that, went right to it. Thank you, Father. It's one of those that people could argue about over and over and over again, and I could always be wrong. But Matthew 13:24, I went right to it in the Bible. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, and this is Christ talking, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. Remember, a man that goes forth and weepeth and sows good seed will come back with his harvest. But while men slept, his enemy came. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares. He must be talking about his servants. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? And he said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servants said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest I will say, to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles and burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn. Now I know there's another place where it says it. Let me see here. I know there's another place. Do-do-do. Because surely it wasn't just that one. I thought for sure there was another one, because just about every allegory that he did, he said at least twice. And yet, for some reason, today, I'm not finding it. Really? It's only in Matthew? Really? What the heck? Well then, see, that's why we do these things, guys, so that I can know. So apparently, this is only in the Bible once, Matthew 13. I thought for sure this one was in a separate place, and it said it just a little bit differently. Huh. So, anyways, though, I had always thought it was interesting. It says that when it came time to harvest, gather ye first the tares and bind them and burn them. Gather the tares first, then gather the wheat. And I always thought that was strange, because everybody that talks about raptures, everybody talks about, being lifted up before the tribulation is coming and all this stuff. They always talk about, the people of God, the people of Christ, the people that believe are going to be raptured away. Miraculously, they're going to miss out on all the evil. But I always look at that and I say, but the parable says that it's the tares, it's the evil tares, it's the ones that should not be there are pulled out first. Now, could we be talking about demons? Could we be talking about evil men? Could we be talking about anything besides those people that don't believe? Because the parable is that, again, it's like the man that sows good seed. It's wherever the seed falls, it will spring up good fruit. So it's those people that you plant a seed in and help them to get through. So are the people that choose not to believe, are they going to be pulled out first? See, it makes you think. It's one of those verses that kind of flips everything that you think you know on your head if you really, really get down to think about it. So I don't know. That's something that you're going to have to find out for yourself, because I can't tell you all the answers. I don't have all the answers. All I can do is look in here and just see it and just say, well, that seems interesting. That's something I've never heard before. Maybe we should contemplate that. Yeah, maybe we should take a second to really think about what it's trying to tell us here. So, yeah, there you go. There's your contemplation for the day. Yeah, other than that, I don't have much, man. We have a full house this next month, I think. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't think it's going to take that long because I think they're going to hate living here. But what's happening is that my stepdaughter, my wife's daughter, her and her boyfriend and our granddaughter are living with us for however long it needs for them to take to find a new place to live. Their lease came up and they could not find a place within time. Because I know that the apartment market is terrible. I understand that. It's it's hard enough to find a house. I would hate to think that trying to find an apartment right now. I could only imagine if we would have stayed in the house that we were in, what the rent would be like right now. It's got to be a nightmare. But yeah, their lease came up and they had to get out. They were living in a terrible place anyway, so thankfully they're getting out. But they couldn't find a new place, so they are living with us. We have the room. This is what we bought the house for. We bought the house specifically so that, we had all the space in the world. And they are living upstairs in the upper room, which is huge. Even with most of all their stuff up there, they still have tons of space. We were saying it last night. It is like an apartment up there within itself. It's like a little one-room apartment. If we had not bought this house, a renter would have bought this house, and they probably would have rented out every single room in this house. Just because, based upon how big it is. Now, of course, a renter would probably have the money to be able to sink into all the stuff that is wrong with the place. Us, on the other hand, we're constantly having issues with the electricity and with the water and with all the other stuff, but we will get it sorted out because we can't go back to the renter life. We can't do that. There's no way. Plus, like I said, having the house, we were able to help them out, and they're here living with us, so we've got them for a while, and we're going to see how it goes. We're going to try to help them get into another place, hopefully. But yeah, for the next however long it takes, we're going to have a full house. So it'll be interesting. Thankfully though, her boyfriend, he is a bit of a handyman, so I'm going to put him to work while he's here. I know that I have said several times that I cannot fit into certain spaces in the house, and doing certain things around the house really tires me out. Things that I just can't do. Well, now I got a 20-something that I can send into all the little holes and crevices and tell him what to do. Maybe this is what we needed. Maybe this is God sending us a helper, which is absolutely what I needed. So I'm going to try to look at it that way, and we'll go from there. So, other than that, guys, I don't have anything else. Just trying to get through this, man. Trying to get through this. Just trying to figure things out. Praying to God that He will help us in any way possible. He will help others. We all need it at this point. So, you all take care of yourselves. God bless all of you. If you are celebrating the Feast of Unleavened Bread, good luck to you. It's not really good luck to you. It's sometimes it's like last night. We weren't prepared because I did yard work all day yesterday, and my wife went to help them move all their stuff, and we were not prepared on what we were going to have to eat last night, and we had to wind up scrounging to find stuff to eat because like I said, we weren't ready. And it was like everywhere we turned, everything that we had in the house that we haven't gotten rid of, it's just, we couldn't make it up, in time to be able to eat. So we had to wind up eating some leftover stuff. We haven't been out to the store yet to really buy us anything for the week, which is what we usually do is we wait till that Sunday and then we'll go buy all the fruit and all the vegetables and all the stuff that we're going to eat, because this is a clean out week. It's what we call it. We will go and I will be eating pretty much nothing but fruit and vegetables all week, which I think is amazing. That I said it on Facebook once that any commandment of God, any celebration, festival, feast that God ordains us to do, to where I eat nothing but fruit for almost an entire week, that's got to be good for you. Can't be a bad thing. I think it's interesting that when people celebrate Easter, it's one day of manipulating your children, manipulating yourself into going out and eating a whole bunch of candy, eating ham, eating what was one of the comic book shops. Now get this stuff. One of the comic book shops that I follow on, I think it was Facebook, which, I don't even go to comic shops anymore, but it popped up. One of the comic shops was talking about I guess it was a butcher or a meat shop or something that lived in this, or that worked in the same, what do you call it, strip mall? And they said that the line was extended out the door for people picking up their hams, for their Easter ham. And of course, I don't even want to get into the fact that the people that were waiting in this line were distancing from each other. Oh my goodness. Anyways, they were saying if you bring the receipt in from getting their ham, you get like 20% off of comics or something ridiculous. And it's one of those things that bothers you every single time you see it. It's just like, there are the commandments of God and there are the traditions of men. And one of the commandments of God wants you to purge your life, purge your body, physically, spiritually, of evil, of the evil of this world. It wants you to purge yourself of all the bad stuff so that your body can heal, your spirit can heal, your soul can heal. It wants you to get rid of that stuff so that you can start a new year better than you were. And yet on the flip side, the traditions of men, they say that you should go out and eat a whole crap load of candy, eat a big old Sunday ham, put all that garbage into your system, and, go on with your life because screw it, whatever, nothing matters. I just find it crazy. I just, it's absolutely absurd. I can rail on and on about holidays. I don't want to, though, man. Just one of those things. Just one of those things. All right. I'm going to get off of here. You guys take care of yourselves. God bless every one of you. And I will see y'all later. Talk to y'all later.